Welcome everyone to the Watchlist, your virtual weekly TV guide right here on the Latin Nerds Network, ready to go over all the shows, documentaries, movies released on streaming over the past week. Give you best recommendations or non-recommendations as the case may be. And of course, at the end of the show, letting you know what's coming out so you too can create your very own watch list. Joining us as always is Senor Chewy. What it is, what it was, what it shall be, besides your excitement for Comic-Con San Diego coming up
Comic-Con,
in a few weeks.
Comic-Con. Oh, yeah.
Gallivanting the streets of San Diego,
Damn right.
all that good stuff.
Ready,
Nerds
ready, yeah.
galore, we love it. No doubt about it.
Training shows, cosplays,
I was talking,
shopping, a whole nine yards.
yeah, all that stuff. I mean, I was talking to, on Nurse Spinning yesterday about they may move from San Diego in 2 years. Contract runs out next year.
Maybe,
And yeah, they
maybe.
weren't too pleased with the price gouging
No joke, dude.
of
Ridiculously.
that. So I was like, okay, so that's interesting. So we'll see. But that being said, that's good news if it does move. So I can appreciate that. Vegas is the obvious choice. So let's see, a couple of years. But that being said, there is some sad news to talk about real quick. We got an in memoriam, Chewy, passing of
I know,
two,
dude.
not
I
one but
know.
two shows. Out of range after 2 seasons, got the axe, as did Halo on Paramount Plus, getting the axe after its season 2 run. I know they're gonna shop around Halo, so we may see that. I don't know, but yeah, we're fans of the show. I thought both season 2s are better than season 1s, but still not great either one of them. So I can't say I'm like sorry to see those shows
Hmm.
go per se.
Well, I mean, I am
But
sorry for Halo. I mean, a little bit. I enjoyed it. I mean, I want more.
I mean,
You
Halo,
know.
I wouldn't mind seeing another season. Both of them, I wouldn't mind seeing another season, but they weren't great show. I get it. People were watching them, and look, and Paramount's hemorrhaging money on that site, which is why they're trying to partner up. And I know Max has been HBO Max has been brought up in terms of merger and combining their things. Well,
No, no,
well,
Skydance owns it
in
now.
terms of just the overall Paramount, but as far as the streaming
Yeah.
service, I'm talking
Oh, okay.
to Max
Yeah.
about that. Either way, but yeah, so yeah, it is what it is. I think if you see Halo again, it'll probably be something like on Amazon, maybe Netflix.
Maybe. We'll see.
Potentially shop. We've seen shows being shopped around, get a resurgence, a resurrection, if you will, somewhere else.
Hmm.
Well, fans of the shows, it is what it is, but that's okay. There's other stuff to watch. There's always other stuff to watch, and we'll get started with this week's releases. We'll do a quick takes here. Nothing really worth a feature this week, in my opinion. Some decent stuff, but nothing I guess deserves a deeper discussion. I guess. Not in my eyes, but that being said, we'll do a quick takes on what did get released, and we'll start with a documentary on Netflix, and that's Homicide Los Angeles. This one here, coming off Homicide New York. I think it released sometime last year. So basically a true crime documentary, essentially,
Hmm.
right? Chronicling this case, some high profile cases with a famous movie producer and racers and stuff like that. It's Hollywood, LA, so you're gonna get those kind of cases. Standard stuff. I think if you're a true crime fan, you'll enjoy it. So I say put on the list, Chewy.
I like New York better than LA for some reason. The cases were more, they get more engaging for me personally.
It's,
I
it's
think
good.
the LA one, the first episode was great with Spectre, and then kind of tapered off from there.
It did.
And so I just felt like I don't know. I did something about now. Obviously, it's right. I don't want to disparage the crimes that happen, but from an entertainment perspective, one to watch, I think I'd rather watch the New York one for what they presented versus what the LA
Yeah,
version
it's
showed
just
me.
a style of a substance, more substance in New York, a little more
Yeah,
style because obviously LA and the movie business and all the other celebrities. So it's a little bit different approach, but still, well, again, it's for true crimes, for true crimers
yeah.
out there, no doubt. The next one, Rook. I mean, that man says I know because I don't watch it. And that's the Arc season 2 on Sci-Fi. I wasn't a fan of season 1. I don't think you were super high on this show, but season 2 got released. Chew,
No, man.
are,
It's just,
are you out?
it's just. This is the last time we'll talk about this show. This is just.
I thought so.
It looks terrible, right? It looks like a typical old school sci-fi production,
Okay.
right? At a Babylon 5. If you can go back
No, yeah.
that far.
I mean,
Um,
it's
the
sci-fi.
story, the story is interesting, but the execution is just cheese, man. It
Yeah.
is really the overacting, and in some cases underacting, and it's just ridiculous situation. It's just no enough done out.
I figured as much, so I'm glad I had jumped off that
Yeah,
wagon last year.
yeah.
This next one, I thought we may get a deeper discussion, but I didn't end up feeling that way about it. and that's the Those About to Die on Peacock, which is probably one of the biggest releases of the week. We got Anthony Hopkins, kind of, as the
Hey,
usual.
look, it's not the typical bait and switch. At least we got a few episodes
You
out,
got a couple
so I'm glad.
episodes, but whatever. Either way, but this is your this classic swords and sandals stuff. You get to Rome,
Yes,
of course, and Anthony Hopkins is the reigning emperor, and he ends up. It's not a huge spoiler.
Vespasian. Yes,
He names his successor after close to his death. He has two sons. He
Mhm.
chooses the son who is more akin
Titus.
to war, as opposed to his other son, if I isn't Max, whatever his name is.
Damatian, I think.
Dalmatian or
Is what
something,
it is.
yeah, who
Yeah.
is more akin to the political warfare, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
total
yeah,
opposites.
listen.
There's a lot of scheming. The focus is a lot on the what they call the not the horse races, but oh, there's a word for this chariot
The
races.
chair,
There you go.
yeah, the Circus Maximus. Yeah, because
This,
this is before the Coliseum was completed.
right, exactly. So
So, well, yes, it started. Vespasian didn't finish it. His son Titus, who is now emperor, it was the one who completes it and opens it for the
right,
masses.
exactly. After the Mount Vesuvius erupted during that time frame.
Hmm.
But yes, it's a big focus on that and those involved in the chariot races, which is the big draw, keep the masses happy and all that, a little
Hmm.
bloodshed and betting and money, but he wins, prostitution everywhere. This is their attempt at Game of Thrones. It's not as compelling by any stretch of the imagination as that show. I'm enjoying it still. I think it gets better as it goes. The first couple episodes, I'm like, this is not going anywhere. I'm not sure. I don't care about the chariot races that much to make a show around it, to be honest with you. But as it gets deeper, and I got to see a lot of this show, it gets a little bit more intriguing, more interesting. So if you can stick around 3, 4 episodes, I think there's a payoff there. There's some gore here and there's gladiator fights, and this is not gladiator by any stretch. It's not an Asian, but it's solid. At the end of the day, it's nothing great. It's Peacock, so I'm not surprised. I was hoping for more, but if you're into this genre, I still recommend it. But again, give it a shot if you can stick around. Give it at least 4 episodes, at least. Chew your thoughts.
I'm enjoying it. Right, obviously, I'm partial to Roman history, and obviously shows around it. This gives me enough interest in the characters and the underlying, uh, society within Rome. Right, so obviously you don't typically. The whole betting thing and stuff. For me, it's interesting, right?
No, I wish I almost.
I'm a gambling man, right? So,
True, true.
but the characters are interesting. There's enough side plots and stories. It's not just focusing on the emperors and the upper class, right? It's kind of bringing a mix of different people, different viewpoints,
Mm.
and making it entertaining, right? And obviously the chain racing is fairly entertaining. It's sport, right? So.
Yeah, it's weird. Some of the CG is really bad. It's like very sci-fi
Well,
budget,
I
but
mean,
it is what it
okay. Well,
is.
no, the sci-fi is worse, dude.
No,
Trust me.
I'm not saying
Trust me.
sci-fi
Sci-fi is
is,
worse.
but it's some. But
This
whatever.
one is not glaring. It's not glaring. It's there, but it's
At
not
times,
glaring.
right?
Sci-fi,
But
it's just
it's
what it,
solid. Yeah, it's solid. It's what the
it's like I'm watching sci-fi. It's like I can see the strings. Dude.
No, no, I know,
That's
I
how
get
bad it
it,
is.
but it is what it is. But I guess I wanted more out of this show. To be honest with you, a little more to it. But
Well, I mean,
you know,
but it's still
no, it's
pretty
fine.
good. I
Like, I'm
mean,
watching it,
for
and I'm gonna finish
yeah.
watching. No doubt, it's enough there to. Okay.
Look, and I'm going to I got tickets for the activation of Comic Con for this, so I'm going to see a chariot race.
Oh, that'll be for that. That'll be interesting. That'll be more interesting than the show. But it's not bad. This next one here is on Apple Plus, and that's
Stop the hate! Stop the hate!
Lady in the Lake. Natalie Portman's actually first foray into TV. Actually, I kept thinking she had anything else, and she doesn't. So her first series in Apple Plus, dropping 2 episodes. This one here is billed as a murder mystery. Natalie Portman's it takes place in the '60s, and I guess there's a connection between her and another black woman at the time who ends up, I guess, found in a lake dead, and there's something going on there, and I kind of get into both sides of the story. You got, Natalie Portman's Jewish, she comes with money, but she leaves her husband, trying to stand on 2 feet. Of course, the black woman, 1960s, do the math, trying to survive and all that stuff. I don't know about this show, to be honest with you.
It is painfully slow.
It is, and it's built as a murder mystery, but we haven't seen the murder mystery yet. I mean, we see a separate incident that's, I guess, related to what's going on, but it's not
It's
the
not
murder
the main
mystery
incident.
that we're supposed to be getting, right? I don't know what the show's trying to do. I don't know, man. I'm not sure if I'm in it
I'm
or not.
confused. Yes,
I
yeah,
mean,
I am too, man. They only dropped 2 episodes. You need to get to the point so we
yeah,
stay engaged, and there's just
I don't know. I
there's, it's a hard sell at the
It
moment.
really
It
is.
is.
I'm gonna catch one more and see if it hooks me at that point. But it's a lot of, excuse me, a lot of Act One spread out over 2 episodes, and that's not the way they want to
Yeah.
go. Excuse me. So yeah, right now I'm not really recommending it. Kind of disappointed to be honest with you. I'm not sure what it's trying to do. Next one here. This is all you. I don't watch it. Of course, that's the continuation of the Betty La Fea, Ugly Betty. Of course, it was a
Hell
huge
yeah, dude.
run.
You
Spanish.
should be ashamed. You should turn in your Colombian man
I
card in
didn't
now,
watch the
dude.
show back in the day,
Shameful.
dude. I'm not gonna watch it
Shame.
now.
Where's my bell? Where's
Ugly
my
Betty
bell, dude?
was
Come on,
terrible.
dude. Come on.
So,
You talk about representing, you talk about we're inclusive of our
well,
like community and our brothers,
this show
and
was
what do
too
you
long
do?
ago.
You can't even
This show
dedicate.
predates all that. This show predates when you're
Oh
young, you don't give
wow.
a shit, and
You
you
are
know
ridiculous,
times
dude.
have
You're
changed,
ridiculous, dude.
and I let's not get into it. So whatever.
You,
You know,
I knew you had an Argentina jersey and a Colombian jersey for that game, dude. Shame,
listen, dude, you
shame.
gotta go with the winner sometimes. Dude. That's what I'm saying, dude.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You're the worst, dude.
But yeah, so I don't watch it. So
I will
Chewy,
talk
how
about
is
Bessie
this?
LaFaya, and this is picks up 20 some odd years later. I would say it was a very popular, I mean, global phenomenon, really, because they turned this telenovela into a series across every language, every country, every all over the place,
Mm.
right? So even an American version, which was terrible. But
Yep.
that being said, it was beloved. It was funny. It was quirky. It's still a telenovela, right? So we're not talking about high class, high Oscar winning, Emmy winning drama, but it was fun, enjoyable, and it kept it real, right? This just kind of this continues on that. Obviously, it's much updated. Obviously, new characters. They brought most of the old cast who's still around, and it still picks up at that same type of humor, that same type of vibe. Very enjoyable. Not trying to take itself too seriously, right? But still trying to provide entertainment for the people, and it does a good job in that respect. So if you ever watched the original, then this is just more homage and love for that show because this picks up just 20 years later.
There we go. High recommendation and Chewy's end. This last one here, we know we're gonna recommend it. We'll not get too deep into the weeds because listen, it's season 6, and that's of course Cobra Kai, the first of 3 parts, releasing 5 episodes, and 5 in November and 5 early next year. I'm really trying to milk that. Whatever, I get it.
Hey man, hey go for hey. At least Netflix doing something
No,
right. They just dropped all
no, of
15.
course for that. Just I just would this would just done it weekly for that, if we're going to go that route. But whatever. And listen, it's different. Listen, if you're not watching this show, nothing we can say is going to convince you to watch it. If you are, you kind of want to get our thoughts. This is Cobra Kai. It's some parts are terrible, some parts are just hilarious, some parts are just whatever. I don't know. It's a hodgepodge of mixed shit, but it tastes delicious. I don't know what to tell you. It's the classic Taco Bell show, man. You know it's made of shit. You know it tastes like shit. But when you're drunk, it's delicious. That's just how it works.
Yeah,
And
it's funny you mentioned Taco Bell. Earlier this summer, I took my his car for repairs, and we waited for there was a Taco Bell across the street, so we looked, hey, just got some lunch waiting for the car. And so he never had Taco Bell before.
oh god, it's a rite of passage, man. It's how it's done, dude.
20 years old, never had Taco Bell. Hey, you can't blame it. But if I took it, yeah, it was like you said, it was like you said, you know it's bad, but it's good.
It's good. I mean, listen, Johnny's amazing. He's such a great character. I love the premise of the show, what they did with him, kind of turning it on its head with the role reversals, the bully and the hero. But listen, it's fun. It's entertaining. I mean, they probably, they milked it because this is probably two episodes, maybe 3 out of this 5, really. So they kind of just stretched that out to the 5. Whatever, but it's enjoyable, so I don't mind it. It's like 35 minutes. I saw all 5 already because my wife's a fan, and you know how that goes, binge war, and it is what it is. I was hoping to kind of make it last a little longer. By Friday, we were done. So whatever, but it's fun, entertaining. I like where it left off. I'm sure there's some more surprises. So yeah, it's just a fun show. It really is. I mean, if you've ever seen Karate Kid and you're curious, jump on it. But I mean, other than that, I don't think if you're a fan of that, I don't know if you're not gonna be as attached or invested in what's going on.
If you're a fan of Warrior, you're not gonna be a fan of it.
Oh, listen, the fighting is terrible.
It's
some parts is really good, some parts it's awful as far as but the
yeah,
show's not
because
about that, right?
You can see the stunt doubles come in.
Oh no,
and do
it's bad, yeah. But I mean, it's not
and
about
I
that.
would say, but that's not what you watch.
No,
you
right,
watch
exactly. You're not watching
nostalgia
Yeah.
because yes, it's cheese and you accept it, and it's still entertaining and it's still funny and it still hits the right notes as far as keeping you and 12 and what's going on, and I wanted to see a conclusion. Obviously,
Oh
after
no,
the
yeah,
season.
I'm looking forward to it. So that's it is what it is, but it's a fun show.
But
So
obviously, I obviously there's a new Karate Kid movie coming out as well.
right,
So I assume it's tied to all this.
I
No,
guess
hopefully.
I'm not sure,
Who knows?
but whatever. If it is great, but yeah, it's a really cool show. Super enjoyable. Looking forward to the following two parts, and then ending this sometime. I think early next year. I forget when exactly
Yes,
the
yes,
third
sometimes, yeah.
season, what the third part was going to drop. But it's gonna be 5 episodes every time, so 15 in total. That being said, that's it for the week. So this is a list for everybody. Quick reminder: next week will be a very abridged show as Chewy will be gallivanting the streets of San Diego. That being said, we got Snowpiercer starting tonight on AMC.
Mm-hmm.
History's Greatest Escapes on History Channel tomorrow. Time Bandits, kind of comedy-ish,
Taika
time travel
Waititi, let's
heist
see.
show. Taika Waititi attached to it on Apple Plus. Dirty Pop. Obviously an interesting
Docu-series, yeah.
Netflix docuseries, of course. And the 24th, Resurrect Dies, kind of your Pimp My Ride kind of show. You got the Cameron, Spanish show, I think.
With Italian. I don't know,
Italian,
man.
either a
It's hard
foreign
to.
show. How's that? And then we got, of course, the last season of I guess the Eternal show Elite, because it's been going on since I was like 10 years old. That's a long time. That's on Netflix, ending its 8-season run. That
It's
being
no
said,
Betty La Fea.
no, but yeah. But it's like, so there's a lot of stuff there, and I'll break some of these. Not all, I'll break probably pick 3 or 4 of these shows and talk about next week and all that, and let you know what's coming out for the next 2 weeks beyond that. That being said, of course, subscribe if you're a first timer. Hope you enjoy the show. You got nothing to watch, you're not sure what to watch. This is what we're here for. Hit the like button. We wish Chewy all the good times out there in San Diego, and he'll see you in 2 weeks. I will see you next week.
Peace.